Hi, my name is Nicole Norton, and this is my video on how to study. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Studying is something that all of us are pretty familiar with being in college, but some people still struggle with the concepts or what they need to study and what maybe they don't need to focus so much on. So I'm going to give you some tips that I've found effective in my college career and high school. I've always had a kind of a different way of studying. I am a firm believer in you can study too much. And I've always done pretty well in school, so this is what I like to go by, and these are my little tips. I think the top 3 things that you should do when you're studying is take breaks. I think you definitely need to read the material, and I like to make little study guides or concept maps. So I'm going to elaborate on these topics a little bit, and hopefully they can help you study in the future, or you can help your kids study. Whatever you want to do with this. So first of all, like I said, am a firm believer in you can study too much. I'm in nursing school, and so there is a lot of studying that you have to do. But I also think it is really, really important to take breaks. And I know a lot of girls that I go to school with that stay up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning studying, just cramming, trying to get all that information in. And then they're so tired for the test that they can't even think straight. And I just think that's completely counteractive, and I really don't think you're retaining any of that information. I know for myself, after about an hour and a half, I have got to take a break because not a single word I read or look at is going in and processing it at all. It's not getting retained at all. So I like to study for about an hour and a half, and then, go do something else, go clean or go on a walk or go exercise. I don't know, whatever you do, just go take a little break for a while, get your mind off of it, get refreshed, eat some food, whatever you need to do to take a break, and then come back so that you're concentrated again and what you're learning is being retained. And to do this, to be able to take these kind of breaks and everything, you have to plan ahead. You have to, you can't study the day before the test and expect to retain all the information. You need to plan, like if you have a test in 2 weeks, maybe you should start reading a little bit every day so that you can take breaks and you can not have to study for 10 hours the day before the test. The second thing that I think is really important when studying is to read the material. I know in the nursing program we have what's called ICRs, so in-class reviews, and all of our lectures are online. And it really depends on your learning style, but I know for me, I'm a visual learner, and I have got to read the material, or whatever they're talking about just goes in one ear and out the other because I zone off. So I've got to read it, and that's what I recommend. I recommend reading it, highlighting the important parts. Try not to highlight the whole book because that can happen, but just try and really focus on the important parts. And that kind of ties into my third topic, creating study guides or concept maps. Like for the nursing program, I do this quite a bit. Actually, every time I have a test, we'll have topics about a certain disease. Like right now we're doing measles, mumps, and rubella. So I'll create a study guide for each topic. Like measles, I'll talk about what goes on in the disease process. I'll talk about the medications that go with it. I'll talk about, complications, what I need to do as a nurse to take care of someone with this. So I'm talking a lot about nursing and what I'm used to, but this is very applicable to anything. Say you're taking a biology class and you have to learn about cell walls. Take a piece of paper, write down how a cell wall works, what it's made up of, things that can penetrate the cell wall. Just create a concept map. And that way you have all of the information on the specific topic right there for you. It's right in front of you, and it's easy to study, and all of your main points you need to know are right there. I found that to help a lot in my nursing program, so I think it's a great way for people to study. And anytime someone asks me how I study, that's the first thing I tell them. So these are the things I think are important to study. I think you got to take breaks. You've got to read the information, and you've got to make little study guides or concept maps, whatever you want to call them. And hopefully these will all help you be more successful on your tests. Thanks for listening.